Do you believe in God?
I do, yes.
So you believe in angels as well?
Of course.
And what about the devil? Do you know where he goes during the day?
I don't. He hides during the day. I know he creeps around people's back lanes going through their garbage bins.
Do you take any precautions at night?
I just take the dog out before a certain time, and me and my roommate have a curfew.
Have you ever seen him?
He was quiet. He seemed indifferent to us putting him in the hospital.
What about you? What did you think about putting Jude in the hospital?
I thought it would help him, but I don't really know what went wrong.
Do you blame the hospital?
I don't know. I don't know what happens behind closed doors. Yeah, I don't know.
What was your first thought when you heard he had escaped? Was there anything unorthodox about Jude's treatment?
No, it was normal procedure.
Was it normal procedure to lock him in a dark room?
To keep the doors locked? Yes. The lights were off in his room to keep him calm. They somewhat agitated him.
But there were no windows in that room, so he was in pitch black, was he not? You were saying he was quiet. Did he do anything outside of school?
He actually did a lot. I'd say he liked to paint the most.
Was he a good artist?
I'd say so. Mom always made room on the walls for his art.
What did he paint?
He was inspired by works of the Renaissance, Botticelli, Leonardo da Vinci, Michelangelo, you know, that sort of stuff. From that, he was inspired to paint scenes from the Bible.
What did you notice missing from your garbage bins?
He doesn't take anything from my bins. I know he looks, but he ends up just leaving it. I know we found the cat on the steps next door. You should have heard the screams coming from Miss Anderson. The thing was basically mangled.
I heard that's not the worst thing he's eaten. So he was quite religious then?
He spent his Sundays at church. He would go early to help him set up and stay late to help him take down from Mass. He even taught Sunday school.
Is that all he did at the parish?
I know he had some pretty deep conversations with the priest about keeping the faith and God always loving us, stuff like that, and how God would be there to hold our hand up to the gate of heaven. I only ever heard him speak if it was about stuff like that.
I can't give any details about that.
Why not?
I can't.
I already know the details. Keeping quiet isn't hiding anything.
I didn't participate in any of it.
But you stayed silent. Isn't a nurse supposed to help their patients?
They are.
Then why didn't you help when you found out one of your patients was being abused by other nurses?
I don't want to talk about it.
Why not?
I knew the boy's mother. I helped the family move into the neighborhood when they first got here. Should have seen them at the funeral.
Was it a closed casket?
A closed casket? Fuck you. There's no body to bury, asshole. It was eaten. What is this for anyway? A documentary? An all-new thriller coming to Netflix? Do you have any credentials? We should be trying to find this kid help instead of shoving a camera in everything. This is real life, not some movie for you to capture. This kid who went wild isn't some...
You were working the overnight shift the night he escaped, right?
I was. We had a pastor come in, and we gave anyone who wanted to listen to him the option to go if they wanted. But we decided to keep Jude from having the option to listen, for obvious reasons.
Of course.
But I was supervising the sermon, and in walks in Jude. He just stopped at the doors of the multi-purpose room. I don't know how he managed to find his way out of his room, but here he was.
What happened after that?
He started crying, and he was biting his lips so bad that they started to bleed. It was hard to watch, and before I knew it, he was running like a bat out of hell.
Do you want to talk about how your brother ended up in the hospital?
It's a long story. I'm sure you know all the details.
I don't.
It's a long story.
We have time.
Well, I'll give you the short version. Our mom, she had cancer. Jude prayed every day that she'd get better. He would kneel by her bed and pray the rosary every night. She ended up passing away.
I'm sorry to hear that.
He was in hysterics. He started yelling about how God had turned his back on him. After all the praying and serving he did, how could God not answer his prayers?
Was that all?
He went to church, and the priest that he had always confided in and talked to, he strangled him. He was yelling about how he was lied to and how there was no one really ever there to answer his prayers. Yeah, all that stuff.
Have you seen him since he escaped the hospital?
After hearing about the state of mind he's in, I'm not sure I want to.
Why not?
It would just hurt too much to see how far he's fallen.